Hello, welcome back. It's Diane here again. I hope you are having so much fun that you can't contain yourself. Well, today's topic is the gathering. And I just want to let you know by now you should have watched the gathering video and reconnected back with your leader, sponsor, and director to let her know what your top 5 takeaways were. This is really important because we want to be a part of your journey, hear what you're learning, and what stood out most to you that you're excited about. So if you haven't had a chance to do either of those things, go ahead and pause this video now, go do that, and then come back. Okay, so at your gathering, I want you to invest in some plastic sleeves because you're going to want to have these 3 things on hand to hand out and share at your gathering. And that is, number 1, the current business kit. So that can be in here along with the income that you can earn depending on how many gatherings a week that you have time for. So that's how I like to do mine. I also have one for the current host specials and one for the current guest specials. If there are any sales going on, I'll bring a 4th as well to share that. Okay, so at your gathering, at your very first grand opening celebration party, it's going to be a little bit different from the gathering video in only 2 spots, and I want to show you how. In your intro and your closing, so the beginning and the end. And this is how it might sound. So this again is at your first 2 grand opening celebration parties only. After the guest introductions, after you go around and have everyone introduce themselves and how they know you, you would say something like this. I'm so excited to announce that I'm a brand new consultant with Mary and Martha. I've invited you here tonight for 3 reasons. First, to help me celebrate the launch of my new business ministry. Second, I want to introduce you to our products to get your feedback. And third, if you love everything as much as I do, then I'd love to ask your help in launching my business by booking a gathering. We have some great hostess rewards that I'll be explaining in just a minute. This information is going to be on the Shining for Him team Facebook page, so don't worry about writing it all down. I just want you to hear what it can sound like. So again, you're setting the stage to put bookings on your calendar right away by sharing, I've invited you here for these 3 reasons. At the end of your demo, you can say something like, I want to thank you so much for coming tonight. Based on your responses, I can tell you love our collection as much as I do. I'm all set up over at my kitchen table, and I'd love to connect with each of you for a minute to get your feedback, to talk about booking a party, and if you'd like, to help you with anything you'd like to order tonight. Who would like to be first? So again, you are reminding them that you've set the stage for bookings is the best way to help you get started. And remember how on an earlier video I shared that bookings is so important. We want to help you get 4 bookings within your first 30 days. So actually what you can do is look back at your frank list on everyone that you've invited, and you can circle, I would say, 5 names of people that you know would absolutely love to help you get started, and make sure that you are inviting them, but you want to ask everyone who came as well. So what I want to point out as well is that you're putting a precedence on the bookings ahead of ordering. That's kind of a last thought, is to order. Of course, is a great support to your business as well. So that's how your intro and closing would be different from the gathering video. All right, next is the order table. We alluded to it just a second ago, and what I want to encourage you to do is have a separate place off to the side from where all the guests in the product display is, because they're having a great time, they're laughing, enjoying each other, making their selections, and you want to have a more intimate one-on-one conversation with everyone to get their feedback. So maybe that's at your kitchen table or a spot over by the fireplace, whatever works for you. Just plan ahead of time where that might be. Now at the order table, normally at a gathering, you would take a look at the guest order first and ask her to book a gathering, but not at your launch party, not at your grand opening party. So this is what you might say instead. Thanks so much for coming tonight, Sally. Tell me, how do you like our products? Did you make a big wish list? Now, don't be concerned that someone might not like your collection, because after all, when you go to a retail store, you don't like everything, right? Don't take anything personally. It's not about you, it's just simply finding out if they love your products. And you know, most people, once they see Mary and Martha in person and they understand what the gathering experience is like, it's so special and a lot different than many other direct selling companies, people are going to love what you have to offer. So when they tell you what they like, you can say something like this. Well, I'm so glad that you love the Mary Martha collection as much as I do. Earlier, I explained about the host rewards and how you can earn free and half price items based on your party. Since you love our products and have such a big wish list, how would you feel about booking a party and being one of my very first debut hosts? So since you love our products and you have such a big wish list, how would you feel? Do you see how that's an open-ended question? You don't want to ask a yes or no question because that thwarts any further discussion. By asking it open-ended, you can identify if they really do want to help you by booking a party, but there's something standing in their way, like maybe they feel their house is too small, or their schedule is super busy right now, or they just feel like they don't know if they have enough friends to invite. More on that later, but I just wanted to share with you that's really the million-dollar question. How would you feel about booking a party? So get ready to practice that, and you'll have everything that you need to connect with guests and serve them with excellence at the order table. Next, I want to talk about hosting. So they say, yes, of course I would love to help you and be one of your first hostesses. Then what you would do is give them their hostess packet that they can take home with them. Let them know there's a catalog for them to keep, a catalog to share, and 3 order forms. So for guests who say they cannot come to the party, invite them to be your outside orders. Also, there is a 4 simple steps for the hostess document in there. So show that to them and let them know, listen, I want to connect with you in 3 days. We already have your wish list, right? You helped them build that during the gathering. Next, they need to build their guest list. So have them go to this in their hostess packet and start thinking of everyone they would like to invite and encourage them to invite from all areas of their life, no matter how they might feel about faith. And then set an appointment. Nobody likes to play phone tag, so it's really important to take time to say, you know what does your schedule look like in 3 days? When is the best time to get an appointment on our calendar just to visit for 5 or 10 minutes? Next, they are going to pick their date. So you have all these open date cards available, and I like to make it super easy for them and not overwhelming. So what I might say to them is, Sally, is a weekday or a weekend work better for you and your friends? And she'll tell you. And then if it's a weeknight, I will look and see what are my next 2 available weeknight dates and offer them. I have next Wednesday and next Thursday available. Which would work best for you? Do you see how I'm booking close? I really want to take the time to have her pick from my next dates available. Because the closer you book, the more bookings that you'll have. And then one of my favorite things that we get to do is I get to share this hostess flyer with her. So you may want to put this in a plastic sleeve too. So these are items that you get to offer to everyone who books a live gathering within the next 30 days. Has to be a live gathering, has to be within 30 days, because then they get this extra special bonus item just for getting a few friends together. And it's so fun. You'll order that ahead of time and present that to them at their gathering. And it's really a cool booking seat. So one of my favorite items on here, and a timeless treasure that's always a bestseller, is our Grace and Gratitude pitcher that has a really cool Grace and Gratitude message on the bottom. But this is one of the items they can pick for only $14. Or it goes up to a value of $57. So the Resurrection playset is on here right now. So you're able to offer up to 16 different items, and with the most expensive being $57 for $14. I encourage you, for your first 4 hostesses, you may want to even make it more extra special and say, just for being one of my first 4 hostesses, I'm gonna let you have that bonus item for $5. So they would pick their item, and then what you can do is use the booking board in here. I love, love, love this tool. It's on page 19 of your Great Start Guide. Looks like this. And have them fill out their information. So they'll fill out their name, address, email, even their Facebook name. You can identify what they picked for their host bonus item and which date they decided to party on. So we have everything at your fingertips. It keeps you really organized. Plus, there's an extra secret for them writing their information down next to their date they picked. It really, from the mind to the pen to writing their name down, it commits them to that gathering, and it's much more likely to hold. So that's what you can do there. All right, so you've set up an appointment, they've gotten the hostess packet, they've picked their date and bonus item. The next thing you just want to share with them is when we meet in 3 days, let's set up our appointment for 3 days from now. I want you to tell me what your wish list and your guest list is. Now the wish list they probably already built, right? Because they had a big wish list. So in their 4 simple steps to hosting on page 26, you'll just lead them to, I think I might have talked about this already, didn't I? So their top 15 guests. They need to send you or text you a quick picture of those guests. And then they'll be ready to rock and roll, and you'll be able to order their bonus item. Okay, so I want to tell you, in your business, bookings are the most important thing. So we want to help you get really good at being confident in booking parties, at least 2 per gathering that you hold. It's really the difference between consultants who struggle and consultants who have outrageous success. The last step I just wanted to cover real quick is follow up with those you haven't heard back from. So you've got your guest list and you're checking the ones that say they can come. You've probably not heard back from everyone yet. So identify who they are and just reach out to them and remind them, hey, my party's coming up next Tuesday. I'm not sure if you got my text. Can you let me know if you're able to make it? So again, always finish with a question that they need to respond to. And if they say, no, I'm so sorry, I can't come, invite them to your second launch party. And if that still doesn't work, this is what you can do. You can say, well, Sally, I'm so disappointed that you can't make it. How would you feel if we connected for a coffee or lunch? I haven't seen you in a while and I'd love to catch up. Plus, I'll also bring a catalog and a few products, a few samples so that you can see. And that's how you would connect with them and share and invite them to book. Okay, so for your homework, I want you to text your leader, director, and sponsor and let them know, once you've held your grand opening party, what did you love about it? What did you learn from it? What your party total was before shipping and tax? And the last thing is your bookings. Let them know about your bookings. So send them those 4 things. What you love, what did you learn, how was your party with the total, and how many bookings did you get? All right, I'll see you here next time. Thank you.